After an extraordinary race yesterday, it is time for double the action today here on Grand Prix Sunday for Formula 1 at the British Grand Prix. But for the GB3 Championship and FRECA, which we're covering, it is Budapest and a reconstructed Budapest as well. It is going to be some race that we're going to bring you in a few moments time around this circuit. It's going to be exciting. I cannot wait to call you this one. Well, here we go then. It's time for a little bit of fun, isn't it? As we get ready to go racing. I'm up here in the commentary box. My name is Omi, delighted to be with you. Let's run you through the grid then for this contest that is about to come our way. And it is Alex Ninovic who starts on pole position. He is alongside Keanu Al-Zahari, who is going to be starting in second. Gianmarco Pradel starts in third, and then it's Noah Lyle who goes from P4. In fifth position is Deegan Fairclough, and alongside is Will McIntyre. Then it's Abby Pulling in seventh. Patches and Roda is in eighth. Hugo Schwarzer is in 9th, Reza Siwarathan is in P10. Flynn Jackers is in 11th, Kai Darianani is in 12th. And then the next row of the grid we'll see Jack Sherwood alongside Yuan Pusue, the Mercedes Junior for Argenti with Prema. Also with Argenti with Prema is Lucas Lucia, he's alongside Bianca Bustamante. And that is a grid. 16 drivers only, meaning that we're done and dusted. At this rate, this is going to be a very exciting start, everybody. Let's get ready to go racing in the GB3 Championship. They will line up on the grid and they will make their way through. The race later on will be live, by the way. So by the time this gets, because this is on delayed, by the time this comes out, it will be later on. On to the grid we go. Ninovic lining up on pole position. It's going to be a very, very exciting race indeed. Cannot wait for this one to begin. Apologies, I don't know what's happened with our timings. They've really glitched themselves, haven't they? Up as you can see, right next to me. So really unfortunate stuff as we get ready. Well, this is the GB3 Championship partnered by the BRDC. And it is time to go racing in Budapest. We put the green flag at the back. And we get ready to look to the 5 red lights, which will light up on screen right now. And they go out, and we are underway with a mighty reaction time off the line for Alex Ninovic. He will maintain the lead into turn 1. Al-Zahari, though, has something to say about it. Pulls to the outside line. Let's see whether we can make the move down into the first turn. Al-Zahari going wheel to wheel with the Rodin Motorsport driver, as meanwhile we're side by side as Pradel tries to take the position. Contact at the back. Contact there at the back, and there's 2 cars which will be stranded. Al-Zahari's got the inside. He backs out of it. Ninovic, P1, then Al-Zahari. Into third position we go with Noah Lyle, who is promoting himself up. So Lyle moves up to third. Then it is Pradel. Fairclough to the inside. He can't get there. Lyle stays ahead as we make our way towards turn 4. It is Ninovic. Then we have Al-Zahari. And then Noah Lyle. That is our top 3 at the moment as they fight their way through. What a dramatic start it has been for GB3. They are racing their way by. At the moment, it's side by side, and Ninovic with first position. Schwarzer making a move further back as well to the inside. Dramatic stuff there as they fight their way through, but that is huge disappointment. Out of the race we go with Jack Sherwood and Kai Darianani, I believe, who were the 2 who made contact. And we have the safety car out on lap number 1 of the contest. Right, Al-Zahari to look around the outside. I'm looking further back for contact. Lock up there from Sherwood, I think, and he hits Darianani, is what goes on there. So, lock up for Jack Sherwood, and he's gonna just go straight on into Kai Darianani. So, unfortunate stuff there between those 2 drivers. But it's kind of like Kimi Antonelli, really, where in terms of where Jack Sherwood just locks up and goes into the upcoming traffic. Now, we've already got a safety car behind the field. Now, what they've done, I think, here is they have multiple safety cars at different locations, so they just deploy one early on. So that's quite interesting, the way they've done that. In total, though, we get 25 minutes of racing, everybody, in the GB3 Championship. And, you know, quite a bit. Quite a bit. As we fight our way through it. So, safety cars out. And just to confirm your top 10 for you. It's Ninovic in the lead. He maintained P1. Al-Zahari's got second. Then it's Lyle in third. Pradel's in fourth. And Deegan Fairclough has P5. Will McIntyre's in sixth. And then it's Hugo Schwarzer in 7th. Pat Hunsenroder is in 8th. Rita Seaworthen is in 9th. And Abby Pulling has 10th position. That is your order at the moment. Flusha is in 11th. Yuan Pusue is in 12th. And then it's Bianca Bustamante in 13th. Flynn Jacques is in 14th. And Kai Darianani, I believe, was able to continue. Just taking a look. No, he wasn't. So he's both of them have been recovered. To be fair, we got round to turn 1 and there wasn't even any cars there. So we basically didn't even need the safety car. But, you know, I understand. 2 cars being off, it is better to be safe than sorry, is the way to look at that one. So that's fine. We'll just continue on with our racing. Safety cars is something that you can see quite a few times in the GB3 Championship. On the evidence of yesterday, these drivers are, you know, quite brave, quite dramatic with some of their moves. So who knows what they're going to pull out of the bag. Now it'll be over to Alex Ninovich to dictate the pace and to get us back racing in the cleanest possible way as they race their way by. So Ninovich doing well at the moment. Okay, so Ninovich now backs everyone up. Al Zahari in 2nd. Noah Lyle is in 3rd. We make our way down towards the final few corners around this circuit. And Alex Ninovich will put his foot down and he will take us to green flag racing conditions here in Budapest. It is Ninovich, then it's Al Zahari, and then Noah Lyle. Lyle looks like he'll be under pressure from Gianmarco Pradell. Let's find out whether that will be the case as we come out of the final corner and we run down the start-finish straight. Remember, there will be DRS open from the next time they make their way down this straight. But for the moment, it's Fairclough defending as McIntyre has got a run. McIntyre, one of our winners from earlier on in the season at Silverstone, trying to get past Deegan Fairclough. He's going the long way round on the reigning British F1 champion. He keeps it just about within the white lines. We're battling further back as well. That's Schwarzer up against Hoinsenroder. Meanwhile, Fairclough does lose the place to McIntyre, who moves up to 5th position. So up goes McIntyre, down goes Fairclough, and then it's Schwarzer, then it's Hoinsenroder, Seaworthen and Pulling are top 10. Great fight, great start. Ninovich leading to turn 4 as they race their way by. That's a late lunge. Fairclough trying to fight back immediately, and they very nearly made contact there. Very nearly contact was made between those two drivers as they were fighting their way by through the middle sector, the technical tight middle sector we go. Al Zahari, as there we see Fairclough getting past, I think. So he's defending from Schwarzer. Off the road we go. So all this changed around a little bit. So Fairclough's ahead. So Fairclough got back ahead of McIntyre. There we go. So Fairclough got back ahead of McIntyre. As they race their way by. Tight but interesting stuff. Final corner we go on this circuit. DRS is enabled. Al Zahari is remaining close to Ninovich into turn 1. It's close between Lyle and Pradell as well, our winner from yesterday. That's Pulling defending in the background there. I'll be Pulling defending from what is Lucas Flusha, surely, who's trying to go on the attack. Flusha's going to get a chance to go around the outside into turn 2. How brave is he feeling into the corner? The Argenti driver trying to look left, look right, but there's no way by at the moment. So it is going to be Abby Pulling who maintains that position as we go to turn 4, unless Seaworthen was feeling, unless Flusha rather was feeling brave, and no, Pulling maintains that position. Seaworthen directly ahead was darting all over the place as well, which is why I accidentally mentioned his name, so apologies for that one. But it was Flusha trying to attack Pulling. Seaworthen's ahead. Of course, Seaworthen in the number 10, teammate to Flusha. And then you've got Bustamante and Jacques. Kai Darianani is 3 laps down, so that I'd assume that he's returned back and he's just driving around type thing. The DRS is enabled out there on the circuit. They will have it when they blast down towards the first corner. Who's ready for said blast in a few moments' time? Down the straight we go. El Zahari with the rear wing open. Getting closer and closer, but I'm going to look to third. I'm going to look to fourth and fifth. Possibly that's where the battle will be, or maybe even further back into the first turn. That is going to be really tight stuff. Into turn 2. Let's look and see where the battling is going to come. Wheel to wheel we go. And that is going to be McIntyre battling with Hugo Schwarzer. Will McIntyre with the outside, Schwarzer with the inside line. Do they both get through? They do. Phenomenal stuff between those two drivers. To turn 4 we go. And to turn 4 we go in one piece. Critically as well. So phenomenal stuff between those people as they were racing there by. It's weird describing them as people, but yeah, honestly I think sometimes you have to think of these drivers as people, because yeah, they're drivers, but the personalities are immensely great. And I was in the paddock with them and I was able to speak to a few of them, including Abby Pulling, which, you know, was a very nervous moment, but I was able to speak to her. But really kind, really kind. A great little chat about F1 Academy first of all, and then her chances in GB3. She's looked promising so far as Abby Pulling, and it's going to be very interesting to be able to see what she's going to be able to do. Now with a proper working car, I look forward to being able to see her back in contention like she was in Silverstone. Because it was weird, because we saw her in contention in Silverstone, where she was contending for the higher positions. And I was thinking, well, we're going to get a win from her this season 100%. We're going to get a build-up from her throughout the season. And eventually she will be fighting consistently for the wins. Because she was running in those 4th, 5th, 6th at Silverstone. Those really solid positions on her debut. So I thought, hold on a minute. Pulling's got a great opportunity this season. And unfortunately, we got to round 2 and it was back marker. We got to round 3 back marker, but then we found out the reason. Alice Powell mentioned how she had been running with some damage. Her chassis was damaged, and it's meant that her pace has been affected over the last rounds. Now they've figured it out. Now they've replaced it. So now we're seeing her back in contention. So I'm looking forward to the reverse grid race. If she can maybe get herself in contention there. What a story it could be if she is able to win it. Especially on the weekend of the British Grand Prix as a British driver. While it's not at Silverstone, but it would definitely be special and would make a memorable weekend even better. Because it's already memorable due to the British F4, which is also taking place at Silverstone, creating a historic F1, F2, F3 and an F4 certified event. So we have the full ladder out in action. Hoping one day we can get a series like GB3 out there as well. In terms of... yeah, hopefully we can get GB3 attacking and racing out there on the circuit. Would be nice if we can get a GB3 and a GB4 support event going. There's not spots available in Europe for grabs at the moment. Where could we slot GB3? I guess as it's calm on the circuit, it's a good time for a discussion. Where could we slot GB3? Maybe GB3 could be the one that takes the spot next year at Silverstone? It depends what they do with the Super Cup. I assume that'll go Madrid and will be good as normal. But, yeah, what do they do is my question with Madrid, the Silverstone slot. Do they give it back to the Super Cup? Or what happens? I hope it's not perm. I mean, British F4 is good, but Super Cup at Silverstone is really good as well. We're not going to take it anywhere outside of Europe. So I'm saying maybe alternate it. If if we're keeping a Silverstone as a special thing where we can have like touring cars, GB3, other thing, which yeah might be good. Maybe keep the Porsche to become more European. That's fine, but GB3 possibly could go Silverstone in place of British F4. I think these drivers could deserve a chance, and I think it could make more sense as well, because I know it's good to have the F4, F3, F2, F1, but technically GB3 is ahead of F4 in terms of the gap. It's not as simple as F4, F3, F2, F1. It's not as simple as that. There is F4, then I'd say, as I described it in, I think, the F4 stream as well, if you were joining us on the Sunday race, as I described it, you get F4. Then you go to like this GB3 or a regional or FRECA or something, and then you go over to Formula 3, 2, 1. I'm not saying it's impossible to not jump up from here. We have seen drivers make the jump, but it's not a common route. You need the pace levels go F4 car, then you get up to regional level, and then you get up to the F3, F2, F1. So there's one thing in between. So of course, while it sounds better going from F2, F3, F1. F4, F2, F4, F3, F2, F1. But at the same time, if you actually consider it, it's not as that. GB3 is the GB3. While I wouldn't even say it's the main, FRECA is the main series, the feeder series to F3. That brings drivers into it. A FRECA event would a FRECA event. I mean, loads of people want FRECA at Silverstone. And I'm not saying that as a, like, they want it on the British Grand Prix weekend. They just want it at Silverstone in general. Like, we want a FRECA race at Silverstone. But of course, they stick to the to the European other stuff. FRECA could be good. Either FRECA or GB3. One of the two. I think. Maybe at Silverstone next year could be fun. But I really enjoy the British F4, to be fair, at Silverstone. But maybe these drivers could get a chance. Well, maybe not. Well, not these ones, but the ones that are upcoming could definitely get an opportunity next year. Which, to be fair, the ones that if we do get GB3 next year, then actually the ones which have done this event, like the British F4 event this year, some of them might actually get to do it again with GB3 next year, and then hopefully they'll hope to get to F3, then to F2, and they've done it 4 years in a row, and then who knows? Maybe a talent ends up in F1. Oh god, perfect. Perfect. But no, great to get British F4 out there on the weekend, and great to get its support. Yeah, so this series supporting F1 at some point would be nice. Of course, FRECA supported F1 in 2021, but there was lots of spots to fill. And I describe it as the motorsport year which everyone came together as well. Well, that was 2020, but in terms of 2021, it was where a lot of the feeder series that couldn't run returned and came back, and you know that was the year where FRECA properly had its opening. While it's been running since 2019, it had its proper rebranding and everything came together. And in that 2021 year, we started the season by supporting Formula 1 at the Spanish Grand Prix in 2021 as well. That was really special for FRECA. But yeah, it will be interesting to see what GB3 does and what it continues to offer with this new car. Around the final turn. Bit of a calm Budapest race, isn't it? Reverse grid race will be fun later on, do not worry. Is anyone feeling brave enough for a move? Fairclough under some pressure from Will McIntyre. As it stands, if we're rating the races, I think race 1 gets my pick. McIntyre's a look. Yeah, race 1, then race 2. So rating goes race 1. Is the highest, race 2 then second, and then race 3 will probably go to the top considering it's race 3 and you're guaranteed action, you're guaranteed chaos with it being a reverse grid. But yeah, we'll find out, we'll see. The thing is, I feel like everyone's close. There's not a dominant driver this weekend, but then all of a sudden, in the races it feels that way because the leader just can control things because no one can stay close and try and make overtakes. Well, these GB3 cars are monstrous, though. Monstrous. They are so loud. But to be fair, I've never heard an F1, F2, F3 car, so I don't really know how loud those are in comparison to this. Actually being there, because of course I was at the pre-season testing, wasn't I? Wasn't I for GB3? So it's quite a lot of fun, wasn't it? Hopefully you joined us. Our streams are still available for that, by the way, on our JBMotorsports 2 YouTube channel with everything put back in the right way type thing. You can also catch Frecker action that will be going on later. I don't even know the schedule. It's probably a good idea if I check the schedule, isn't it? Oh yeah, I can't. Let me do that on my phone. I need to check which race is taking place before. Is it Frecker or GB3? I'd assume it's Frecker because GB3 still has, what do you call it? GB3 has already had a race, so they probably want a gap between it. Weirder things have happened though, so let's take a look. Let's be on the safe side, everybody. I need to go to our commentators chart. It's that type of race which, you know, we're taking it calm. And that's the great thing about the JB Motorsports streams as well. We can, you know, have a bit of our lull period and have a bit of our fun time as well. Even though, everybody, if we're honest with you, you know, well, we have to be a bit more professional in real life. Luckily, we can kind of do what we want over here while still being professional. Don't know what I'm hearing. It's like there's some stuff going on outside my room. What was I going to do? Oh, yeah. You see, I get distracted by other JB Motorsports members because they start talking. Just taking a look, everybody. No overtakes out on the circuit. You're not missing anything. I don't know what's gone on with the timings next to me as well. Apologies. Just gonna quickly take a look. Just gonna quickly take a look at the schedule just so I can tell you guys the times you can expect for the weekend of GB3 and Frecker. But it's turning into a great drive, isn't it, for Alex Ninovich at the front. What a day he's having. Just taking a look. Okay, so it'll be Frecker. So Frecker will take place 2:35. So basically, I have to miss the F1 start, and then the GB3 Hungary race will take place at 4:30. So then I have to miss the F1 end. As you can tell, they're very kind with me, aren't they? These timings. Very, very kind. And then, you know, the F2, after the F2 there's nothing to do in terms of the race, so, you know, it's like, there's, what do we call it? The racing all happens until 5. Racing all happens till 5, and then it's like, oh, all of a sudden, wow, you didn't get a break, and then I'm doing IndyCar later for an hour, which will be fun. Come, make sure you guys join that for emotional support as we try get through Grand Prix Sunday. Not a good thing. It's already, we're in the morning. I mean, you know, afternoon now, but whatever. But we are. I'm already forgetting how words work, like how words spoken, like how do words come out of your mouth, and how does all of that work? just that type of day, everybody. Will McIntyre versus Deegan Fairclough. And lead of the race for Alex Ninovich on the penultimate lap. Into that fast turn. 1.7 seconds separating our race leader, with the driver running in second position, and then it's Lyle in third, Pradell in fourth, Fairclough's in fifth. Can he defend all the way till the checkered flag from Will McIntyre? And then you've got Schwarzer 6 seconds away in seventh, Hoynston Roda is in eighth, Pulling is in ninth, and then it's Seaworthen who's in 10th, 6 seconds away from Pulling. And then it's Flusha in 11th, Yuan Pusue is in 12th, Bianca Bustamante 1.6 seconds away in 13th, Flynn Jacques is in 14th, and Kai Darianani is in 15th place, with Jack Sherwood, the driver who finds himself in 16th, having retired from the contest. So, time's getting close, but we'll make it. We will make it. We will make it. It's all the way till the checkered flag. Okay, round the final turn we go. And we are going to push on. Final lap of the race. And if Alex Ninovich can keep this pointing in the right direction all the way till the checkered flag, it'll be his victory. As we come across the line, McIntyre is close. I want to see that battle between himself and Fairclough. Can Will McIntyre get by and take the position? It was 2/10 when it was recorded last time. We're not getting to see that battle. I want to see that battle though. Don't know why we're not being shown it. There's nothing going on at the moment. Sometimes I wish. And McIntyre's got ahead. We've missed it. McIntyre's got ahead. Oh, we waited all race for an overtake. We got an overtake and they didn't even show it. Okay. Maybe I'm being a little bit harsh on GB3. I know they want to draw some spotlight on Alex Ninovich, but no, everyone at GB3 is so kind. All of them. They're very great. And we really appreciate all of the work they do. And I think they just wanted to take the moment to appreciate Alex Ninovich's work that he's produced across this race. As he makes his way to the final corners on the last lap, Alex Ninovich will make his way out of the final corner. Rodin Motorsport are heading to the top step once more in Budapest, but it's not Pradell, it's Alex Ninovich who's the winner across the line. As the checkered flag falls with Al Zahari in second and Noah Lal gets third, and we will wait for the rest of them to come across the line, and we will get Will McIntyre beating Deegan Fairclough. And it's Fairclough in 6th, McIntyre's in 5th, Pradell is in 4th, Schwarzer is in 7th, Hoynston Road is in 8th, Pulling's in 9th, and Reza Seaworthen gets 10th. Pulling pulled away from Seaworthen at the end. Seaworthen was overtaken at some point. We missed that overtake as well. What a brilliant GB3 race that was. And a perfect way to conclude what was an extraordinary weekend. We thank absolutely everyone for joining us as they conclude the weekend. But conclude a part of the weekend, because we still have a race coming on. If my words come out correctly, we still have a race coming on, everybody. We still have race number 3 coming, and that will take place later on today. And I cannot wait to see what's going to happen in that. But first of all, we're going to have the Formula Regional European Championship by Alpine taking centre stage as well. So, from Budapest, for the moment, we say thank you for joining us. And this will, of course, come to you delayed. So, whenever you join us, make sure you're with us at 2:30 for the Formula Regional European Championship by Alpine. Goodbye.